Mao Zedong, born on December 26, 1893 in Shaoshan Village, Hunan Province, was a major figure in 20th century Chinese history, known as the leader of the Communist Revolution that overthrew the feudal and colonial systems, and the founder of the People's Republic of China, PRC, in 1949. Mao's childhood was marked by a harsh agrarian life and family tensions. His father was a wealthy farmer who was strict and conservative, while his mother was known to be religious and loving. These childhood experiences shaped Mao's character to be stubborn, ambitious, and thirsty for social change. Mao began his education traditionally in local schools, but later became interested in modern thought, including the ideas of reform, nationalism, and Marxism. He briefly joined the revolutionary militia during the Xinhai Revolution in 1911, which overthrew the Qing dynasty, before continuing his education at Changsha Normal University. It was there that Mao was exposed to the ideas of Karl Marx, Lenin, and radical ideas opposing Western imperialism and local feudalism. His fascination with class struggle and socialism strengthened his determination to change the face of China. In the early 1920s, Mao co-founded the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, and began to formulate a strategy for revolution. He believed that the true strength of the Chinese Revolution should come from the peasants, not the industrial workers, as in classical Marxist doctrine. This belief became the basis for Mao's guerrilla strategy, which later proved effective in rivaling the military might of the Nationalist Party, Kuomintang, KMT. In 1934, Mao and his troops began the Long March, a torturous 9,000-kilometer march to escape the KMT's encirclement. Despite heavy casualties, Mao succeeded in solidifying his position as the CCP's top leader. After World War II ended, the civil war between the CCP and the KMT flared up again. Mao led the communist forces to victory, and on October 1, 1949, he officially declared the founding of the People's Republic of China in Tiananmen Square. This moment is seen as the awakening of the Chinese nation after a century of national humiliation, a period of defeat by foreign powers, unequal treaties, and prolonged civil war. For many people, Mao is a symbol of liberation and a new future free from foreign oppression and domestic elites. Mao quickly implemented a series of social and economic reforms. One of the most significant was the agrarian reform, in which the land of the landlords was confiscated and distributed to the peasants. However, this reform was accompanied by violence. Millions of people considered class enemies were publicly executed in a campaign known as the mass struggle. Afterwards, Mao launched a series of other campaigns, such as the 3 Antis and 5 Antis campaigns, targeting corruption, economic speculation, and Western influence. Mao's power was based not only on ideology, but also on absolute control over society. In 1958, Mao launched the ambitious Great Leap Forward policy. His goal was to transform China from an agrarian country to a modern industrial nation in a short time. He encouraged the establishment of large-scale people's communes and mass production of steel in the countryside. However, this policy was highly unrealistic and caused chaos in food distribution and agricultural production. As a result, between 15 and 45 million people died from the Great Famine, making it one of the greatest humanitarian disasters in modern history. Although these failures diminished Mao's standing in government, he never completely lost control. Sensing a threat from within the party itself, Mao began the Cultural Revolution in 1966 with the aim of purifying communist ideology and eliminating what he called bourgeois elements in the party, education, and society. He deployed Red Guards, young revolutionary fanatics, to attack teachers, artists, intellectuals, and even high-ranking party officials. Ancient statues, classic books, and historic buildings were destroyed in the name of revolution. Many people were brutally punished, publicly humiliated, or even killed. For a decade, China was plunged into deep political turmoil and social trauma. Despite the immense suffering caused by the campaign, Mao remained revered by many as a symbol of the struggle against injustice and colonialism. Mao's image was shaped into a near godlike figure, indisputable and blameless. The Little Red Book, filled with Mao's quotes, became required reading and a symbol of ideological devotion. The cult of Mao became so extreme that even the slightest deviation from his teachings could result in arrest or persecution. Mao died on September 9, 1976, after several years of ill health. His passing marked the end of an era. Soon after his death, internal criticism of his policies emerged. Under new leader Deng Xiaoping, China began to move toward economic reform and openness to the outside world. Deng indirectly criticized Mao, stating that Mao was 70% right and 30% wrong, a diplomatic way of acknowledging the destructive impact of Mao's policies without destroying his legitimacy as the country's founder. Mao's legacy remains complex and contested to this day. He is revered as a national hero, father of the revolution, and symbol of sovereignty, but also criticized as a dictator responsible for the suffering of millions. His portrait still adorns Tiananmen, and his body still lies in state in the Mao Zedong mausoleum. Among China's younger generation, Mao remains an ambivalent figure, both a symbol of history and a shadow of the dark past. Outside China, many historians and observers compare him to figures such as Stalin, Hitler, and Pol Pot in terms of the scale of his authoritarian rule and its impact on the lives of millions of people.